Hello and welcome.
Good evening, good afternoon.
My name is Alex and it's time to take a look at the Gameweek 21 team. This is the period in fantasy where I think you need to take risks, and we will be taking a risk today. I'm going to be showing you my moves and exactly how my team will be looking for Gameweek 21. We sustained a little bit of a red arrow for the first time in a while. The previous time I took a -4 hit, massive green arrow, we're happy about that. And now a little bit of a red, it's not a big deal. The problem is that even the players that I brought in, they got me points. So the net positive on my transfers is good. The problem is that I FOMO'd into Trent. I didn't have Trent for 20 game weeks, I think. I think I never had Trent in my team. But the idea is that I felt like he is not really trying. And there was obviously conspiracy theories that in the dressing room there was a fight. There was like Van Dijk and other players questioning his commitment, whether maybe he has already signed some pre-contract with Real Madrid. He's not focused on the games. And look, that game against United was an absolute wolf. Like, it was disaster class for Trent. And he played 85 minutes. He was subbed off. His XG created was very low. XG created was pretty low. His passes were obviously very bad. Expected goals conceded were very high for the entire team just because he wasn't really involved in defending at all. Both attacks, both goals that were scored from his side, he was responsible for at least one of them, 100%. And it's all about, like, obviously he probably redeemed himself by scoring a goal in the cup game. But the idea where you're stacking up, that's what I was doing. I already have Stormzy, I have Salah, I have Trent. The idea of stacking up on Liverpool players for the double game week, which they will be playing 2 game weeks. And this is very favorable fixtures. You can obviously get 2 defenders from Liverpool. The problem is that I don't believe that Trent will be playing both of them. I feel like Trent is going to be now rotated. And if his performances continue, and given that he played almost 60 minutes in a cup game, Conor Bradley is recovering from injury. But I think he's going to be eating now that playtime from Trent, given that you don't understand what's happening with him. Is he leaving? Is he staying? Is he committed? Is he fully focused? So I FOMO'd into Trent after that 15 pointers. I also can be influenced by crowd. He shows up in big games, even Tottenham game, right? He turned up. But this is where, against West Ham, I should have known better. A deflected goal, obviously fraudulent system of adding bonus points. I don't think that he played a 15-point game there. The West Ham team was very poor. And now I just want to get rid of Trent, realistically. But I can't, because this double gaming fixture is like looming ahead. And getting rid of him is not a good idea. But there are so many other defenders that are just as good as him. Munoz, I could go for him, apart from addition to the defenders that I have already in my team. Aina, for instance, Nottingham Forest are keeping out on clean sheets. It's just like my move. I'll explain my move, and I think it's very, very important right now to work towards this special chip that is called the assistant manager, and that is where you probably are saving transfers for. Now take a look at the team that I will be filled in for Gameweek 21 in a bid of not getting a red arrow. I'm not expecting a green arrow in this game week at all, just because I don't have Crystal Palace assets, and I think they are gonna be scoring a lot of points in a game against Leicester, even though it's an away game. I think there is a clean sheet, potential clean sheet for Crystal Palace, so Munoz with some points, he's a popular pick. But these are the players. Raya, I really don't fancy Raya getting me any points at all. And the problem with Raya and obviously double Arsenal defense is that many people have them, many people get in blanks. And for people who had Forest players all this time, whom nobody was talking about, and me as well, I was kind of like, I didn't truly feel like they're going to be getting as many clean sheets. And Aina, he is a legend. Everyone who had Aina since like Gameweek 10 is a certified differential GOAT. I mean, because you went against the crowd of doubling up or tripling up on Arsenal players who failed me already twice. I tripled up on Arsenal defense in very pictures favorable for Arsenal. Somehow they still concede a goal a game at least. And this is where you don't really care about the data. You care about them keeping clean sheets and giving you points. And Raya is neither making saves. The performance against Man United, crazy bro. The penalty taking technique. I don't know what was that, but that was hilarious. And I am happy that Manchester United went through. But look, the doubling up on Tottenham, against Tottenham, I just expect some saves from Raya. I know he's going to be conceding. And I expect Gabriel maybe to score a cheeky dark arts terrorismo corner like he usually does. Robertson against West Ham, a new manager bounce. I don't know about that. Robertson can be still conceding goals, which he started doing a lot, by the way. I just feel like these are the fixtures that I'm going to be keeping him for. I may be eventually getting rid of him in favor of Munoz. So that run, West Ham and Leicester, I will keep him for these fixtures. But then there's Manchester United, there's Newcastle, Nottingham Forest. And this is where I think if I really am eager to try and see how Aina or Munoz will look in my team, I might be actually sacrificing this player. And then the third defender is Hull. And as you can notice, Trent is on my bench. I'll explain that why. So next player is a player that many people are trying to get into their team. I think Gordon is going to be massively still differential at this point. I think 20-25% ownership, depending on your rank. He can inflict some damage for people who don't have him. And that's why I see all these channels who don't have Gordon yet. They will be probably, these YouTubers, they are saying that they want to get him. Being one step ahead is a good idea. Obviously, I got the points. Problem is that why I was getting a red arrow previous game week, because I sold Mbeumo for Gordon 2 game weeks ago. And I couldn't get away with that. He scored against Arsenal and he scored massive 19 points against Southampton. So obviously he has these 2 tough fixtures, Man City and Liverpool, but he still can deliver in both. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mbeumo comes out as someone who has more points than Gordon in this run of fixtures, which he already, I think, is going away with that. And then we are getting Palmer, not captain. We are getting a starter in Salah, not captain, Attention, and we have Rodgers. I don't know about the manager bonds for Everton. I think Moyes is the manager, no? So I don't know, is he going to be playing more attacking football, allowing more counters for Aston Villa? Aston Villa are dreadful away from home. I just don't know why, but I hope Rodgers' cheeky assist or a goal, I will appreciate that. Anything that helps me escape a red arrow this game week. This game week is I think we're controlling the damage control situation here. And then we have Isak, who is on a yellow arrow, but same as João Pedro. But problem is that I think these are kind of like fraudulent yellow arrows. Both of these players will be playing. And Isak is my captain. So I think Isak is a very valid captaincy, a differential captaincy, where I think if Nottingham Forest are as good defensively as they are, like, is going to be continuing that fantastic defensive form, Salah will be finding it probably tricky to score. I may flip-flop again on Salah. I just want to see a confirmation on Isak. If he's starting and playing 90 minutes, I think that Wolves defense is horrific. I think he can score goals. Obviously, after Kilman left especially, I think the defensive line, like, it all fell apart. But look, I think Isak is a good differential option here. Obviously, players in the midfield, if they're scoring, they get more points, they get like more bonus points, they get points for clean sheets. Salah with 1 assist can outscore double goals scored by Isak. And that is the risk that you're running with captaincy on Isak. And I think this is the time where we need to go different. And this is the time where we're doing that. And we're starting Wood over Trent Alexander-Arnold at home. I feel like Liverpool will be conceding. If they concede it against Man United at home, if they concede it in like so many different fixtures, except for West Ham, of course, I can feel like this is the team that is just going third in the league, or fourth in the league. Nottingham Forest are exceptional this season. Some people predicting them to be relegated. What stops them from scoring 1 cheeky goal against Liverpool, who are going to be very open, and we don't know what's happening with Trent? Like, there's obviously, like I said, rumors of him joining Real Madrid, like literally tomorrow. We don't know that's happening. Is he even starting? If he's not even starting, like getting like 50 minutes. Imagine everyone starting Trent and he's getting subbed off at 59th minute. That would be cinema. Exactly what I'm betting at. I'm trying to like hedge my bets. I'm not hedging my bets, in fact. I'm trying to ensure that Wood is scoring, hoping, right? The perfect outcome. Wood is scoring a goal. Trent is not assisting or scoring. And ending the game with a blank. And this would be pure cinema because I have other differentials replacing Trent here. So this is the idea. I have Szoboszlai, I have Trent. Szoboszlai, that was a like disaster pick. I'm sorry, I want 2 differentials this. I should have picked maybe Luis Diaz. But at the same time, just because I got Szoboszlai, I played him as a starter against Man United. And then João Pedro was on my bench, jamming 9 points. I will take that. At least some luck this season for me. Fabianski against Fulham. Loki can be an interesting shout as well as a goalkeeper. Not doubling up on Arsenal defenders and goalkeepers. I don't know about that. I will think I mean, I think Fulham are still scoring. But this is the team selection. Let's take a look at the teams of other Premier League players. How did they perform? Mo Salah was disastrous 32 points. I don't know what happened here. I think he's still active. He's not really doing many transfers. He may have abandoned his team, low-key. I don't know about that. I know that Magnus Carlsen is pretty active fantasy player. I watched a podcast with him and he was talking about him having Jimenez, like hinting that he has Jimenez in his team, which is also like a local move as usual. Magnus Carlsen is visionary. He knows something that we don't know, and he actually got a lot of points in the previous game week where Jimenez was on 2 penalties. I think he scored 2 penalties. And Trent, I think this is one of those examples where inactive team is the best team. He still is on a red arrow, but this is a very solid rank for someone who has abandoned his team for like 10 game weeks in a row now. Andy Robertson, I think another abandoned team here. He's captaining Haaland for some reason. I don't think that he's still maintaining his team. There were no transfers made previous week and the week before. So we are reviewing the abandoned team right now. Look, this mini league of, what's that? The Hungers, I think, right? That's the mini league of Liverpool players. Change name as well. Interesting mini league. I'll take a look at this. So this is the Liverpool mini league. And the only active players here are Diego Jota, I think. It made 3 transfers. Look at this. Look at this. Absolute visionary. He saved his transfers and he made them in one game week where it mattered, and now he's 5,000 ranked. Diogo Jota, take a bow. He also has strengthened his team. So the transfers were as following. He brought in Raul Jimenez, brought in goalkeeper. I don't know why was that. Valdemarsson, why would we do that? Maybe save money, I don't know. Ward was also like 4 million. And he brought in Dean, whom he played, and that's a blank. I don't understand. He had Mbumo, who carried his game, and of course that Raul 13-pointer was very, very handy too. So I don't know what was that transfer was for the goalkeeper, but somehow he's just like, look, I don't know, he doesn't care, bro. Like a 5k rank, I would be like making whatever. You just tell me the moves, I will make them. I don't care, bro. Is there someone with the inside info, bro? What's happening there? And Conor Bradley, who is also performing pretty well. 80 points too. There is a -4 hit for him. He brought in Bumo and Visa, bro. Like, how obviously Southampton, bro. You should know that, man. And I should have made this transfer myself. But I really wanted Trent. I was fearing the worst about Trent. Actually, interestingly, Conor Bradley doesn't have Trent in his team. He's about to play over Trent, and he probably knows it. So just take this, not as my assumption, take it at maybe a logical conclusion of what you see on your screen. I mean, I'm just joking, of course. But look, there is James Justin from Leicester, plays himself in his team. And Evan Nilsson, unfortunately, I think he has the season-ending injury, so he was not going to be playing anymore, so he needs to make some transfers. And Captain Salah over here, it's a red arrow still. Reece James with 87 points and a massive green arrow for him. And Reece James is slowly climbing up the ranks. And of course, he has Mbuma, or the regular suspects here, and Aina and Cells double clean sheet. Massive. By the way, Reece James himself, I think he played a few minutes in the cup games, so he now is potentially a candidate for a starter candidate for Chelsea. There is Anthony Gordon's team wildcard played, early wildcard. Anthony Gordon didn't hold back, and on the wildcard he's scoring only 54 points. And even given that the wildcard was played, he's benching Aina for some reason, playing Trent. Look, everyone, even Premier players expected Man United to be smashed, and even all the bookies. That result is an actual miracle that Man United not only scored 2 goals, but came out as a team that was on the verge, on the brink of winning that in the dying minutes. We have Joe Willock with 72 points. It's a green arrow for him. His rank is not exceptional though, so he needs to work more. And we have Stormzy with 61 points. For his rank, I think he's not even moving. Wait a minute, that's a great... Oh no, it's a red arrow. But look, he's not moving in his mini leagues because he's already a little bit of... Yeah, this season is sinking for him. And this is KSI. Again, look, these people are like, they don't have patience, bro. Like, you can use your wildcard later. You don't need to use that on the very first possible occasion. And he did that. And he also didn't guess the correct players. He felt, and also look at the benched points, 16 bench points for KSI and a red arrow for him too. We have FPL Raptor with 61 points and the red arrow. His rank is solid, 200,000, not too shabby at all. We have Oscar with 130,000. That's what I am aiming to get after this game week, hopefully. And his team is pretty differential just because he held wood for a while. That's what she said. But at the same time, he has this Munoz pick, who is going to be delivering very soon. And the other players that delivered for him, wait a minute, that's a red arrow for him. He just like his previous game weeks were so good, and he had like fantastic rank before. It's still 130,000 is insane. And Harry Daniels also a red arrow for him. Very poor outcome, just like for Oscar, but their rank is solid, 100,000. That's insane. That's very good. And we have Andy as well, higher rank. Look, there's a reason why they have so many subscribers, and I'm here basically asking you to subscribe and drop a like, please. If you are enjoying this video, just let me know in the comments. So this is Andy's team, and him not dropping Boomo has been a masterclass. You obviously predictable, difficult pictures ahead. Many people are selling. You need to trust the player. And I needed to do that. I just wanted Gordon, bro. And I wanted Gordon in addition to a differential from Liverpool, whom unfortunately was Sobozai, who received a suspension instantly, and then he didn't play. And then I don't understand. I mean, sometimes these just gambling moves, they're just like always hurt you in the long run. And then we have Fabio Borsch with 158,000 rank, still better than me. This Mbuma is hurting me, bro, so bad. I want to get Mbuma into my team eventually. And we have Ben Crellin with 13,000 rank. Not as good as Diego Jota, but he is getting there. Fantastic result for the master of spreadsheets and planners on Twitter. So yeah, that is the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. Wishing you good game week. It starts midweek, so by the time you're watching this video, probably the game week has started. But I'm gonna be uploading probably more timely next time. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.